Greetings. We've just watched episode 12. Losties, prepare to be judged. This is the official fan show for Lost on Sky One. Hey, dude looks like a lady. It's Paul Terry, the editor of the official Lost magazine.
All right then.
Did you enjoy the episode?
I did. I was a bit scared, but I was scared in a good way.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Over here, it's Geeky Tom with a really pretty picture on his chest. Did you enjoy the episode?
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. I had my ups and downs. There were some excellent bits. And at least one bit that made me go,
I remember.
We'll talk about that in a minute. We'll point out what there was. But there is a lot to talk about in this episode. A lot was revealed. Ben's trip to the temple. Let's start with that. Locke was in complete control.
Yeah.
And knew exactly where to go.
Which is great to see. You know,
Yeah.
we've had that whole thing of Locke trusting the island and his faith in the island and destiny, and now he's like, yeah.
He disappeared when Ben did the thing where he pulled the plug out of the sink in the mini temple under his house, which was very odd. And what was that all about?
I don't know, where did the water go? Does the water get dropped onto the smoke monster and it gets
Does the
annoyed?
water-
And
does the water-
Yeah, gets
it
broken
comes
up.
out, who's been dropping water in my head?
Well, it's from the West Country.
No, you're probably.
Does the water make the smoke? Does the water then hit, like some
Ooh.
kind of fire, like cosmic fire or something
like
that
that.
becomes smoke?
Yeah, that's, steam,
Probably.
black steam. We all thought it was smoke. But it's
Well,
not.
there's something, isn't it? I mean, the
Yeah.
water must be.
But did he pull something out, or did he just kind of put his
He
arm
twizzled
through?
something.
He twizzled. Yeah,
But there was
yeah.
nothing in the
Technically
hole
so.
when the hole was cleared. There was
No,
nothing
but he
there.
wasn't like holding onto a
Well, he should
plug,
have
was
a
he?
plug,
You know.
shouldn't he?
Yeah.
That wouldn't have been good. But when he was doing that, Locke snuck off into the woods, didn't he? And a brilliant line when there's the rustling of the leaves, and Ben goes, "Listen, whatever's coming through those trees, I can't control." And then Locke came through, which is just wonderful,
Yo.
wonderful. So where was he getting? Was he getting instructions from the island? Was he
Yeah,
off
maybe
having
go
a
and
tea?
go and see Jacob, find out where the temple is.
Maybe he like meditates. You know, it's like a yoga thing. Some kind of
Something he's
meditation to.
Something's
sort of
definitely
tap
up to
into it.
something. It's, he's...
Are we any closer to knowing what the monster is?
I don't know. There was kind of it's gone very Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
But it's
I'm going to say I was disappointed when the smoke kind of engulfed him and he saw like the Alex montage, because when Echo and Locke had a competition, a staring at competition with the monster, it was a full on like that, and he didn't really get that. It all became a little bit. It became a little bit tortured. You know what I mean? It was a little bit.
quite liked
But you
it.
enjoyed it though, didn't you?
I quite liked it. Yeah.
It was like a step on from the
yeah.
Echo flashes, wasn't it? Whereas when that happened, we were sort of staring to see what actually was going on within the monster.
I think there was
This
a
time we
clue
got,
on the
full screen
hieroglyphs that was above
Yes.
where all the holes were.
Does this mean the whole theory we've been working on since series 1 is that because you can hear a mechanical that there's a bloke somewhere on a bike pedalling and making it happen? I feel that we have taken a huge step away from that, which
I
I'm
know.
disappointed at.
And you know how much that kind of thing disgusts me. I hate it, and I
Yeah.
like. I'm a sci-fi geek. I'm not a kind of fantasy geek. I want it to be I want there to be a man down there pulling levers like the Wizard of Oz. I want there to be the Wizard of Oz down there.
Is the monster the security guard? Is the monster what the temple was built for? Do they all praise the monster?
It's been called a security system several times, isn't it?
Yeah.
Protecting something. But is that the temple, or is it something else within the temple, or?
And they didn't
behind
go.
the
They didn't
temple?
go in the temple.
No,
they
that
went
was-
under the temple.
And Ben said the wall was built around to stop people like you. He said to Son, to Son a lot, to stop people like you getting near the temple. And he said it's about a half a mile away or a mile and a half away. So we've not even seen the actual temple yet.
So they went down there, and everything was fine. Although Ben received instructions from Alex, but we're assuming that was the physical incarnation of the smoke monster.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
So what happened to Rousseau's people when they went down there? Then that they got this sickness.
Yeah, they seem to be more. They seem to be spat back out in a kind of evil.
I
Machiavellian
think
way.
that a similar thing could have happened to them down there, where they got instructions from somebody that they was close to them, ordering them to go.
yeah, okay.
Maybe they didn't. They weren't. There wasn't a kind of a doubling, like cloning system that I said last week.
Yeah.
Maybe that they actually were told by somebody down there that which was the smoke monster, to go and
But like in the shape of their mum or something.
Go and kill everybody.
Very quickly, before we get bogged down by that, why Ben wants to kill Locke again?
Yeah, because he wants to be in charge.
But I think that was a nice touch, actually, having the sort of image of Alex monster type thing, saying, I know you're going to kill him again. The look on his face was like, what?
Got a forum post from Faraday for Life. I'm really interested. Now this is there could be something here. I'm interested in the whole Locke is just some sort of manifestation of the smoke monster thing. I was thinking the same thing after I realised Locke wasn't around during any of the Smokey scenes. It would also explain why the monster didn't show up immediately like in season 4. Locke conveniently leaves pre-Smokey and reappears post-Smokey. Well, there could be something in that, but then when the smoke monster gets Echo, that's on his own, isn't it? Manifestation of Smokey. The clue could be in the title, Dead is Dead. Is that telling us the answer that Locke is actually dead? And
I think, and then there was a clue by Ben saying that he's never seen the island bring somebody back to life. What is dead is dead. It leads to believe that maybe, that Locke actually, because he seems more knowing and smug than normal, this version of Locke. So maybe, Locke is actually dead. The smoke monster has replaced him.
No, I think it's more, he's confident because he's come back to the island.
Smug. He's horribly smug.
Yeah, but
where do we know that from?
But imagine like all the stuff beforehand in the main line with people. We went back and visited all the other Oceanic Six, and they were saying Kate was going, "Oh, you're nobody," just because you never loved anybody, and really broke it down. To die and come back to life and be like, "Oh, actually, maybe I'm really special." That's going to make you
but he knows the way
have
to
that
the temple,
confidence to lead the people when it get back to his people.
Very significant at this time of Easter as well. How is Locke going to help Sun be reunited with Jin? He seems to have a few ideas.
The wheel, probably.
Let's go with this side. Rubbish.
Wheel.
How is Locke going to help Sun? He seems to know, but
I don't think he does. I think that was stalling for time, Locke.
No,
I think
man.
I do.
You're wrong, Paul. Locke in this episode was completely cocksure. He knows everything. He is in complete. He knows what's going on.
But we've seen him like that before. I think it was like season 3 or 4 when he was going, no, I know what to do, and then he makes a mistake, and I was wrong.
Well, there's the whole thing where he blows up the hatch. Yeah.
So I think there's a little bit of that. Yeah, he seems very knowing, but I think that him looking at Sun all knowingly and going, I'll find you, I'll help him find you.
Listen, man. If it is Locke, if it's not Locke, it's the smoke monster, so it knows what's going on. If it is Locke, he was dead. He's seen things that we can't even begin to imagine, Paul.
Yeah.
He knows what's going on.
I'm with you now. Yes, I'm with you now. Yeah.
Is he going to take them back to 77, or is he going to get them back from 77 into the present day?
Well, surely doing either would cause some other time, dilation.
Time has been mentioned. We've got Geeky Tom back on side, ladies and gentlemen. He's back. Come on, fella.
Tom, if they have been split up because if they coexisted with certain people in each other's time frame.
Yeah, but we know that
if they were
reunited, no, that doesn't work.
What would that cause in kind of time theories?
What
would it cause like the world to end? What would happen if he actually managed to get everybody back in the same time zone? Back
that'd be the end of the season. That's what that would cause.
Fair play. Okay.
It wouldn't cause like a time explosion or it wouldn't cause anything like that.
No, but I thought we were saying the other week there's a reason why people like Sun, Lapidus, Ben didn't end up.
Well, yeah, we don't know what that reason is, but that doesn't mean they can't.
It's because it wasn't an exact science getting them back on the island.
Oh, I don't buy your vagaries, Tom. That's bull.
That's
the vagary they're peddling.
Bullshine.
If they're being kept away because of some catastrophe which will happen, that's what I'm saying.
There is a specific reason why they did not go back to 1977. Not because it's not an exact science.
Right, go on then.
I don't know what that reason is, but
what use are you then?
Well, I'm no use. Technically, I'm no use whatsoever. Apart from I make this show a little bit more interesting than if you two deadbeats were doing it. But if they were to all join together in the same time, nothing bad would happen.
No, I just don't.
Well, you think there's going to be like some, if they touch, there's going to be an explosion?
I don't mean like the whole thing is everyone's going to die at the end. I just mean there seems to be a reason why they didn't land on Tim.
I don't. Was Ben genuinely surprised to see Kate and Sawyer and all of that lot in the Dharma photo?
He didn't seem that shocked, I don't think. No.
Here's something. Maybe he doesn't know because we don't know how long he's in that camp with Richard Output and the long-haired Jim Robinson. Oh dear Lost, what were you thinking there? We don't know how long he was in that camp, do we? No. And we don't know how long the Losties stay in the Dharma. They could leave before...
Because Ben goes back, doesn't he? He goes
at some point
with his dad.
At some point, we don't know how long though.
No, true.
There's only really one way to explain Ben's kind of knowingness of pretty much everything on the island and everything that happens.
Go on, let's have it.
It's the fact that he does meet all the time travelling Losties as a kid, and they explain to him exactly what's going on, so he can go back off and live the rest of his life and then meet them and make it all happen again. Any money?
Oh, I will bet you 20 quid on that.
Really?
I will bet you 20 quid.
The chocolate is off.
No, so you're saying that they meet in the 70s,
yeah,
and they explain to Ben exactly what happened so that he can make it happen again.
Yes.
£20.
Okay.
Oh, that is sweet, isn't it?
Well earned money.
You should get a piece of that action, Paul. There's easy money going over here. By the way, if you want to contact us and send in your theories or just your comments or criticisms of Geeky Tom's fashion, send us an email to lostonsky1@sky.com, lostonsky1@sky.com. We're also on the Twitter, the MySpace, the Bebo, and indeed the Facebook. Back at some point in the past, I'm not quite sure where, we get the reason for Widmore leaving the island. The reason is he's been going around the world making love to women who are not from the island, and he's fathered a child. That seems to be the naughty thing he's done.
It seemed to be that he maybe got a bit slack.
Why aren't you allowed to do that? Why aren't you allowed to do it?
The way that Ben explained it is that there are rules, and he was not putting the island first.
Yeah. Surely leaving all the time, coming back, you're jeopardising the secrecy and the importance of the island. Surely.
Yeah, maybe that makes sense.
But then Ben leaves the island, has left the island quite often.
But he's a hypocrite, isn't he? He does.
But I think the specific thing is that Widmore has been off the island and has started a family off the island. He calls them like an outsider or something, I think, doesn't he? And that's not a good thing.
But that's for whatever faults he has and what things he's done. But Charles Widmore was there before Ben, and Ben was brought into their camp, so it must be really hard for Widmore to hear, this kid who's come from the outside world joined Dharma with his dad, and then get out of it,
But Widmore, when he's getting booed off the island in that wig, I thought he looked like sort of a cross between James Caan and Tony Bennett. What did you think, Tom?
You know that I don't know who those people are.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know who James Caan or Tony Bennett are. Fantastic! There's a huge cultural gap in his life. It's wonderful. Paul, why did Charles want Alex?
I'm assuming it was because the same reason he wanted Rousseau killed. It's an outsider. It's someone who's drifted onto the island. He's not supposed to be there. She's not an original. She's not part of their group, and it's more. He seems to be obsessed with things that could possibly damage, the importance and the secrecy.
Well,
of the
is he
island,
concerned about because he says he's just doing it to protect the island? Is he doing it to protect the island? I get the impression with Ben that everything he does is to protect the island. There's a certain amount of covering his own backside, but mainly it's for the island. Yeah. With Widmore, you kind of think he's got another agenda somewhere.
But that's what's so great, because now I don't trust Charles Widmore anymore, and I was completely trusting him earlier in this season. So now it's all swinging the other way.
Ilana has got the huge crate. Yeah. That's very secretive. You think it's a nuclear bomb?
It's either a nuclear bomb or it's Charles Widmore hiding in there, and they've got him back on the island.
It's good. Surprise!
Yes. He's got all food around him.
It does seem that most of the other people on that plane are working for Widmore. Hence that code. What was it? What's in the shadow of the dog-headed statue or something like that?
I think just something. And
that's like those old Russian codes from the 70s. The eagle flies backwards.
But it means that we get more Frank Lapidus because he's
now. Good. I thought you were going to get a bullet in the chest. I love the. Well, you're right. The Lawnmower Man is going to come back. The finale of the last episode, when there's a huge punch-up, which there always is. He's going to spear someone and save someone's life, isn't he? Someone always dies in a weird...
fly mode.
Was it Hurley runs some bloke over, Side snaps some bloke's neck with his leg. Still one of the highlights of Lost. Just a wonderful, wonderful moment. Lapidus is going to do something, isn't he?
He should fly a plane into somebody.
Oh, yeah, maybe he'll do that. We've got a forum post from Ben Linus is a good guy. See, Ben is a good person. No. 1, Ben saved both Danielle and Alex. Well, didn't ultimately, so wrong. 2, Ben spared Penny because of Charlie. No, didn't at all. Ben just froze a bit because suddenly a kid pops out and it gets him thinking for a second, but he was still going to pull the trigger, wasn't he?
I don't know, I think that was supposed to represent, reminding him of his own kid.
But Desmond did interrupt that.
I think another second and he
inevitable gunning that was going to happen.
And 3, The monster considers Ben good enough to live. No, the monster considers Ben useful enough to live.
I agree with you on that one.
Yeah,
I don't think good enough to live, no.
Sorry, Ben Linus is a good guy. You're wrong. Hey, why not send us an email to lostonsky1@sky.com, lostonsky1@sky.com, and the Bebo, the Facebook, the Twitter, and the MySpace. Geeky Tom, we're going to start with you. Can you sum up the episode for us in 2 words?
Quite good.
Well, there's damned with faint praise, if ever anything was. Paul Terry, you can have 3.
Underground smoking action.
That's quite good.
It was quite good, actually. Well done, thank you. A couple of silly bits, but overall, blooming good. Well done. Our midweek edition is released this Wednesday at sky.com/lost. We'll talk more about Smokey, the Temple, Ben, and Widmore. And we've got a biggest Lost fan update, plus more of your emails, questions, and the best of your theories. So join us on Wednesday. Until then, you know the words.
Oh, we don't know, and we don't know, and we don't know, and we don't know, and probably something else too. Henry Hill. No, we don't know a thing about Henry Hill. Well, that's not entirely true. Whatever do you mean, Ben? Do you want to feel this one, Ben? No, that's okay, Ben. You can. Thanks, Ben. We do know he's got a picture ID and a picture ID and a picture ID and a picture ID and a hot air balloon and a wife and a grave and a really secret life in the grave.
All right, one more Lost song in the bank. What am I doing?
You know, I'm a sci-fi geek. I'm not a kind of fantasy geek.